are you tired of dying in Rainbow Friends every time? I mean, if you are sick of dying in Chapter 2 a lot, then you can help me, because they call me a pro at Rainbow Friends. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to never die by any of the Rainbow Friends again. I will be uploading a video how to survive every hour in Chapter 2 also. So if you want to miss out for that video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for 200 subscribers. We really hit that goal before the summer. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get into a new game. We're gonna show you how it's done. Hour 1. Now this hour is kind of difficult because you are going up against a total of 3 Rainbow Friends. Now the good thing is that only one of them has changed, and that is Blue. That's right, you really need to worry about Blue, because Blue, watch, I'm going to show you, because Blue in this chapter, Blue was relatively easy to get away from. In this chapter, Blue is a lot faster, so you got to be really aware of where Blue is coming from. Again, the tracking is a lot better, so just be aware of Blue, because Blue is a lot faster in the chapter. So just run away, try to run away as fast as you can away from Blue. Again, if you don't want to look back, don't look back, but just remember that Blue is a lot faster in this chapter, so you might need to use your box a little less when Blue spots you. So just either run away or to turn the light bulbs back, because Blue, remember, Blue is a lot faster in this chapter. Okay, next we're going to talk about Green. Green hasn't really changed a lot since Chapter 1, because remember, Chapter 1, it was pertaining to Green, Night 1, 2, where we had to collect the food packs. So Green is still blind, but the good thing is I've seen less people die by Green in this chapter. So yeah, you gotta be really aware of Green, because if you box up in Green's path, Green can get you in the box. But we're gonna talk about some hiding spots that you can get away from Green. Like you can get inside the bouncy house. You could get inside of a locker, like this porta potty here. And Green will not get you. But if you are confused of where Green is, listen for the squeak sounds, like you just heard earlier. The squeak noises are a giveaway to where Green is. We're also going to be talking about how to get past every hour and how to get past the Rainbow Friends in the next video in Chapter 2. So maybe that will give you helpful information. Remember, we even have Purple's layer in this chapter. We're going to talk about Purple now. Now, Purple is relatively difficult to get away from, and I would suggest that you could not normally get away from Purple. I mean, if you are risky enough to run away from Purple, you can die. But I would suggest that you do not want to box up in Purple's lair, because if you box up in Purple's lair, Purple can still get you. Again, like we talked about Green, Purple can still get you if you are in his lair, if you are in his box. We're going to talk about some cool strategies to get away from Purple. Like for instance, I'm going to show you the cool trick right now. You can actually crouch in Purple's lair. I'm going to show you. Purple cannot get you if you are crouching. Again, if you uncrouch, Purple will get you. So you cannot box up, but you can crouch in Purple's lair. So that is a pretty cool trick that Roy and Charcoal added in this chapter, because you wouldn't technically get away from Purple. You can either crouch or you can get on the rocks, because that's another way you can get away from Purple. Also, some items tend to spawn in his lair sometimes, so make sure you have to be aware. And so that's Hour 1. We're going to go ahead and we're going to skip all the way to Hour 2. On Hour 2, a new Rainbow Friend in this chapter is called Yellow. Now, Yellow does pretend to be a pterodactyl, and Yellow is quite difficult to get around. Also, Yellow tends to go from different places if you want to outrun Yellow. Yellow seems to be one of the most frustrating Rainbow Friends that anybody can meet, and that he is very, very frustrating. When Yellow picks you up, he tends to fly you around the map, but if you don't, so there is a way you can survive yellow. So normally yellow tends to fly near this bouncy house area. Now you will need to jump by the bouncy house a little bit. So you will have to bounce by it. When yellow is under it, yellow will tend to fly down all the way to the bouncy house. You need to jump near the bouncy house, and you will survive. Now, yellow is probably one of the most frustrating rainbow friends to anybody I met, because I've seen a lot of people die by yellow when they don't jump by the bouncy house or they miss it. Because those are other ways to get away from yellow. There are also you can also hide in a locker or get in crouch spaces if yellow spots you. You are able to get around in crouch spaces to get away from yellow. Except this crouch space right there. Now in order, you are able to box up around yellow too. Around the corners of yellow. You can box up around the corners of yellow to get away from him. So just be aware of yellow. Again, listen for his roams and his footsteps. Because that's the key to where he is. Again, yellow can be some frustrated. Just don't forget to jump by the bouncy house. Just don't forget to jump by the bouncy house. I'm repeating that one last time. And you will survive by yellow. Hour 4. Alright, we made it this close to the final night. Now you are able. Now this next rainbow friend, she is called Cyan. Now Cyan is probably, I would say, one of the most dangerous rainbow friends we would ever meet. Because remember, but in the game, she's probably like one of the best rainbow friends we have ever met, but not necessarily the best for us. So, Cyan, we're going to talk about how to survive Cyan. And also, Cyan even pretends to follow you all the way to the end of the chapter, but don't worry, I'm going to tell you how to survive Cyan. I just need to find her. So, Cyan pretends to be one of the most interesting rainbow friends we meet. Again, Cyan looks exactly like a dinosaur. Now, I would say you can box up around Cyan, but remember this key tip. Cyan can sense if you are moving inside of your box. So if you are moving a lot in your box, just stop when Cyan is facing you or beside you, because it will alert Cyan. Again, if you see green and Cyan, do not get out of your box. Just stay there, and if green is going your way, just try to get out of the way. But I wouldn't necessarily say not to outrun Cyan, because she is probably one of the most dangerous rainbow friends you can meet. But again, if Cyan is chasing you, you need to get away. They just happen to just get out of the way if Cyan is near you. Again, don't move a lot in your box, because if you move a lot in your box when you're facing or beside Cyan, she will get you. And that will put off the red exclamation point, and Cyan will get you. But you have to collect 9 sugar packs so you can make the cake and make it past the hour to get away from Cyan. Now, Cyan is at the end of the game. When you beat the game at the end of the coaster, I'm going to tell you at the end how to beat the coaster. Again, I would not necessarily to run away from Cyan, because Cyan is dangerous. Cyan will not stop. Again, if you go, Cyan is probably, I would say, one of the most dangerous rainbow friends. Again, if you start trolling with Cyan, she will kill you. So just don't troll with Cyan, or just don't move a lot in front or beside Cyan, because she will get you. Then we're going to move on to the coaster. Hour 5. Now, this hour is probably one of the most trickiest parts in the game. So, you see Cyan, you have to go down, you go down. Now, I've seen a lot of people die. So, what you need to do is you need to follow the rookie's card. Because if you follow the rookie's card, it will lead you to the exit. You can also, if you're playing on a PC, use keys A and D to start. Use A to turn to the left, right, and D to the left. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say you need to follow, like I said, you need to follow the rookie's card ahead of you. If the rookie's card gets a little ahead of you, you might die by the rainbow friends. So you need to dodge, like, Orange is probably one of the first ones to be in, because he's not really much in the chapter. Again, you're avoiding the rainbow friends. If the rookie's card gets a little bit ahead of you, just remember where it's going. If the cart leads to the left, you go to the left. If it leads to the right, you have to go to the right. And what you're doing, you need to avoid the rainbow friends. Again, if the rookie's card gets a little bit ahead of you, just follow the exact path where it's going, and it will lead you to the exit. Now, I say this a lot because a lot of people die at the end of this chapter. And so you need to be really careful of where the rookie's card goes. Now, I would say the most confusing for players is the part with yellow, because there are two opposite directions. You need to follow the rookie's card to lead to the exit. Like that. Until you find this employees only under construction site, and you go through the garbage compactor. And now, the final part, we have the chase scene. Now, you're really close to getting that win in Rainbow Friends. Now, you're really close to getting that win. Now, when Cyan falls down into the conveyor belt, you need, or vent, or coaster, I should say, you need to face, your screen needs to face the exit, because it's going to fly open, and you need to run away from Cyan. So, Cyan is chasing you at the end. This chase scene with Cyan is a lot better than the blue chase scene in Chapter 1. So Cyan is chasing you, and you go across some animatronics that look like Freddy Fazbear's or something. Now you need to crouch under the bars, and again, Cyan will not make it under there. And if you did all of those steps correctly in this video, you will get yourself a win in Rainbow Friends Chapter 2. And if you need some help getting, and you will get yourself a win in Chapter 2. Now, if you do need help of how to get past every hour, ask me to make a new video. If you are my friend in Messenger, kids, please make sure you do that. Make sure if you're having a lot of trouble getting through the hours, tell me in the comments. Again, that's how you survive the Rainbow Friends. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.